The Congress Party President Rahul Gandhi has taken a jibe at the Narendra Modi government after the economic survey. Rahul Gandhi says, "Achhe din may be there, but there are minor hiccups that the government needs to talk about, which include a drop in GDP, agriculture and job creation." The economic survey indicated that achhe din are in store in the upcoming budget. The BJP is expected to cushion the blows suffered due to demonetization and implementation of the GST.
Even selling pakoras is a job, said the Prime Minister. By that logic, even begging is a job, tweeted former Finance Minister P. Chidambaram recently, drawing instant rebuttals from the Narendra Modi government. Chidambaram, who famously said that Modi's economic knowledge can be written on the back of a postage stamp, was trying to corner the Modi government on one of the biggest challenges his government is facing. It may have backfired, but the strategy is clear. Blunt BJP's Hindutva with Rahul's temple runs and expose the Modi government's failures to fulfill promises made during the 2014 campaign. This will be playing on Finance Minister Arun Jaitley's mind when he presents the Modi government's last full budget this week. And the question on everyone's mind is, will the Finance Minister make it a populist one? The economic survey's focus on GST, jobs and agriculture could be an indication of what is in store.
नए भारत के सपने को साकार करने के लिए
President Ramnath Kovind, speaking at the joint session of Parliament, stressed on the need to increase farmers' income. The Modi government's biggest challenge has been job creation. The opposition has accused the Prime Minister of hurting jobs with his sudden implementation of demonetization.
ना ही देश के अंदर रोजगार पैदा हुआ है, ना ही अर्थव्यवस्था मजबूत हुई है। कृषि के बारे में भी जो कहा अभिभाषण में, वो भी जमीनी हकीकत उसके बिल्कुल अलग है, विपरीत है।
Congress chief Rahul Gandhi in his tweet took a jibe at Modi government over the economic survey. Referring to the downfall in major sectors like industry, agriculture, GDP and jobs, Rahul Gandhi criticized the economic survey and achhe din. Soon after, P. Chidambaram launched another attack on Modi government's economic survey. Releasing a statement, he said, after 4 years in the office, finally NDA government has admitted that it failed to address challenges in education, employment and agriculture. Budget 2018 is expected to cushion the blows suffered due to demonetization and implementation of GST. It will be Modi's chance to apply the balm on people's wounds ahead of 2019 Lok Sabha elections. Chief Economic Advisor Arvind Subramanian has predicted achhe din for India by 2019.
जो इम्पैक्ट था जीएसटी का और डिमोनेटाइजेशन का, उसका मतलब आइदर कम और नेग्लिजिबल होगा गोइंग फॉरवर्ड, एंड दैट्स व्हाई द इकोनॉमी इज आल्सो आई थिंक पुटिंग दोज बिहाइंड एंड कमिंग बैक टू इट्स मीडियम टर्म पोटेंशियल. आई जस्ट वांटेड टू से दैट एट 7 to 7.5% जो है, इंडिया वुड वंस अगेन बी द फास्टेस्ट ग्रोइंग मेजर इकोनॉमी इन द वर्ल्ड.
From income tax payers to workers in the unorganized sector, from government employees to farmers, everyone is expecting the government will put more money in their pockets. The budget will also show whether the BJP will fall back on Hindutva as its vote bait or make economy its calling card. Bureau Report, India Today.
So let's give you both sides of the story. What is the government saying? The government is saying India is poised to become the fastest growing economy in the world in 2018-19. The government is saying that GDP growth rate is predicted to be anything between 7 to 7.5%. Bibek Deb Roy, of course, member Niti Aayog, says it could go closer to 8%. Congress Party President Rahul Gandhi is puncturing that achhe din coming balloon. He's pointing out these hiccups. What are these hiccups? Industrial growth is down. Agriculture growth is down, GDP is down, job growth is down. Rahul Gandhi, of course, also tweeted that famous Bobby McFerrin song saying, "Don't worry, be happy." Joining me now on the broadcast, Syed Zafar Islam of the BJP, Mohammad Khan of the Congress, and India Today's business editor, Rajiv Dubey. But Syed Zafar Islam, I want to come to you first. respond to Rahul Gandhi, showing a mirror to the government, saying industrial growth, agriculture growth, GDP, job growth, all in the red. So where is this optimism of Achhe Din coming from?
Gaurav, there's an old proverb, bad habit never goes, an old habit die hard. In fact, since the time he had become vice president of the party and then subsequently president of the party, he has singing this song for his own party men, because he has seen collapse of Congress party since the time he has been elevated as vice president. So he had no option but to sing this song just to keep his colleague together, even though many people have left him. But coming back to the economy, I think that he has to understand, first thing, he is talking about industrial growth. He must see that in July, after the demonetization and GST impact, in the July quarter, if you see the moving average, that was minus 0.5. And if you see that October, it was 5%, and then subsequently it has gone to 8%. So if you take the moving average, it is close to 6% moving average. That is the industrial growth which has been demonstrated, and that is only possible because the economic activity post GST, post demonetization has started in a big bang.
I'll come to the aspects.
Secondly, what is more important,
step by step. Okay, you are claiming industrial
GDP growth.
Okay. Jobs are down, there is agrarian distress, but I'll come to those aspects in just a moment. Mohammad Khan, is there merit in the BJP saying Rahul Gandhi is very desperate, he's clutching at straws because the worst is over? India is predicted to be the fastest growing major economy in 2018-19.
Well, Gaurav, I think it is now safe to say after 4 years that anything the BJP says can be discounted as a jumla. We've been watching for 4 years. 2 years, Gaurav. I don't want to get into the politics of it. Let's talk about the economics. 2 years. A lot of economists have been telling them jobs are a crucial issue and you're clearly not creating enough jobs. The RBI comes out with a report last year telling them that jobs are at a 12-year low. They dismiss it. All these spokespersons come out on channels reading from the same playbook saying Mudra hai, Mudra is creating jobs. Unfortunately, they're never able to tell us how. Arvind Subramaniam comes out yesterday and says that the higher estimate of growth is 7.5%, which, Gaurav, if we take it across 5 years, if that is true, it comes out to 7%, it comes out to a GDP of 7%, which is still less than the 8% GDP growth that the Congress put forth. And this is after they revised the base year, Gaurav, to make it a lower base year, so their numbers look higher. So they have effectively achieved less while appearing to achieve more, and even that has not been able to match up to the Congress's years. Number two, Gaurav, forget the Congress, forget the BJP. This is a huge crisis that is looming on the horizon. We've been trying to tell them for years. And finally, the Prime Minister, when he summoned that Economic Advisory Council at the beginning of January, seemed to acknowledge for the first time. I suggest people like Mr. Zafar Islam educate themselves on the issue. We need a strong roadmap going ahead. Aap logo ki khokhli rajniti has made us suffer for the last years. And Gaurav, finally, I'll say this. Look, their priority was never growth.
Okay.
Their priority
Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Let's take step by step. You were talking about jobs. Let me get Rajiv Dubey to talk about jobs, because Rajiv Dubey, former finance minister, P. Chidambaram, also asked the government this very pertinent questions. Where are the jobs? How many regular jobs were created in the past 3 years? Is this then the government's Achilles heel?
So, Gaurav, the government has actually not released the quarterly employment data for the past 1 year. The whole of 17, they didn't release any quarterly employment numbers. So, there are no numbers to indicate what jobs have been created. However, from the government side, what they have said is that if you look at the EPFO numbers and if you look at the ESIC numbers, there are about 3.8 million jobs that were created from the beginning of last year till November, which if you extrapolate works out to 5.5 million jobs, 55 lakh jobs in the whole of the year. However, the commitment from the government side has been 2 crore jobs a year, right? So that is where the numbers of jobs are, even if you look at the government numbers. If you look at what Rahul Gandhi has said, he has said it without a time frame, so it's very hard to decipher what he means, and does he mean a quarter, does he mean a month, or does he mean a year? But let's try and take a peek into his mind about industrial growth. Industrial growth is at a 18-month high, 17-month high as of November of this month, of last year. we are at 8.4%, which is almost like a 1.5-year high. If you look at GDP, in the last 3 quarters, we've gone up from 5.7 to 6.3 to 6.5. So GDP and industrial growth numbers, he's definitely not right as far as this thing is concerned. If you look at the agri growth is on an average about 3.5%. He's targeting 2.1%. It's definitely lower, so he's absolutely right. Agri growth, we are really low. And job growth, definitely yes. India is not creating enough jobs, as many as we would require.
Okay. So Mohammad Khan, you want to respond to this?
On 2 fronts he's wrong, if you look at medium to short term.
Okay. Mohammad Khan, you want to respond to this? Again, this is as the BJP says, Rahul Gandhi clutching at straws on the issue of industrial growth and of course the GDP being down, because I think even the BJP is conceding, and I'll just come to Syed Zafar Islam on the job growth and the agrarian crisis issue.
Yeah, 2 points. 2 points, Gaurav. The first point is this: as for what the BJP and its mascots like on your channel would say, Rahul ji and the Congress could hardly care less, except for the fact that it demonstrates their complete ignorance and continuing lack of education on issues of vital importance. Number 2, I have the highest regard for Rajiv Dubey ji, and I've had the privilege of being with him in many debates. I would say to him, I would listen to what he's saying, and I would say that, Dubey ji, wouldn't you also agree that the jobs that they're creating have been offset by the lack of jobs in the government sector? They have systematically cut down on government jobs from 17,000 jobs in the banking sector last year to 3,000 jobs this year. So there has been a massive cut across spending on government jobs. Number 2, and Dubey ji, I'm sure you'll agree with me here, the reason why there's so much money going into the stock market is because private investors see that as the only viable alternative for investment. They don't believe that this government will deliver on anything else, housing, infrastructure projects. So the money automatically flows to the stock market, which is means of least resistance. That is another sign of the government's failure. I think, sir, and finally I'll conclude by saying this, Dubey ji, Rajiv sir, last year we expected that they would give out some big infrastructural push, because the world economy was growing, Rajiv sir, and every other country has grown. India is the only country that slowed down because of demonetization and a badly implemented GST.
This is a very interesting discussion, but for a moment I want to shift to the Achhe Din on the cricket.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.